We're covering breaking news. The U.S. Navy sending more firepower to the scene of a dramatic standoff where Somali pirates are holding an American captain hostage. And tonight, there's word the pirates may have reinforcements on the way. So, what's next? And what are the choices? I'm joined again by transportation security and counterterrorism expert Kim Peterson and James Christodoulou. One of his company's ships was captured by Somali pirates just last year. Now, Kim, the situation has escalated. You got the Navy, the FBI, pirates might be coming on the way. Look, this is getting complicated. What are the negotiators trying to do right now?
Well, they're doing everything they can to keep the hostage takers from doing anything precipitous. The absolute imperative here is to protect the life of the master of the ship, Captain Phillips, and at the same time try to prevent allies of the pirates from trying to link up with them and complicate the issue by bringing more hostages into the situation.
James, you dealt with this. You negotiated with pirates. No FBI, no Navy. And so tell us what was it like? What happened?
It was very intense, Roland. It's every day. You're making decisions that can directly affect people's lives. But as I said, the first thing that we did was define our objective, and our objective was the safe release of our crew. Everything we did after that was designed to achieve that objective.
And they also wanted money.
Well, that's what they wanted throughout everything. They just wanted the money. There was no animus, there was no hostility, and it was a very commercial, business-like transaction.
What was it like in terms of trying to, dropping the money? I mean, how did that whole thing come down? How you got the money to them?
Logistically, we withdrew money from a bank in London, put it in a private airplane in 2 bags, flew over the ship and dropped that money out of a plastic tube with a parachute.
Kim, the captain, Captain Phillips, tried to escape today. How much more difficult does it make for him trying to do that if you are negotiating and all of a sudden you hear, the person you're trying to free tries to escape?
Well, to an extent, it also helps the negotiators to know that he's in good health. He wouldn't have been able to do that if he wasn't receiving modestly good treatment. He wasn't bound, and he was healthy enough to be able to leave the boat, and we've since heard that he's been seen walking around the ship. So these are all positive signs that he hasn't been mistreated and that there's a good likelihood that we might be able to bring him back safely.
Now, Kim, we got a pirate lifeboat out of gas. So what if, frankly, somebody say, well, why don't we just give them some gas? They can go their separate way. We can get the captain. Could that somehow make sense?
Well, it could, and of course there are those that are going to say that once that exchange has been made, we can simply go after them and break whatever agreement has been proffered. But the problem is that there are other hostages at stake, and that's the big complicating factor here. You have Germans, Russians, Filipinos, and others that are being held hostage on shore, and that's why it's so important that the pirates not be able to bring Captain Phillips to Somalia.
James, how do you think this is going to affect future situations? Because when you have the Navy involved, sending additional ships, I mean, talking about just one hostage, do you think it's going to have a serious impact going forward?
Well, certainly this now served as a lightning rod to bring global view on this crisis that's been around for quite some time. I think that the intensity now surrounding this one incident may not be completely helpful. I think, it's good to take a deep breath, take a step back. These pirates could be panicking. They may not be cohesive. And even...
So you're saying all of this could very well hurt the situation?
I think it very well could. Because don't forget, the pirates on board may not all be agreeing with each other. They may be feeling cornered and trapped. I think this is a time for finesse, not force.
Good point there. Folks, what do you think about that? Are you sticking around, James, as well as Kim? We're taking your phone calls, folks, so give us a shout. Also, what's all this about Arizona State University declining to give the President of the United States an honorary degree when he shows up to address its graduates come May 13th? Are they serious? Stay with us. Folks, we're back with counterterrorism expert Kim Peterson in Washington, as well as cargo shipping executive Mr. Christodoulou here in New York. James, glad you're back to keep at the thorny question of what America can do to end these pirate hijackers. Going to the board here, we got different folks calling in. We're going to go to Tennessee, where Nathaniel is giving us a shout from Nashville. Nathaniel, you got 20 seconds. Go.
Yes, Roland. As a military police soldier and trained in hostage negotiation, I feel that we need to expeditiously get this American out of hostile territory. But post that, we need to also set something up where we can bring these pirates to justice, prosecute them. put them through the system, have them put in jail as fast as possible, as well as.
All right. Nathaniel, we appreciate it. Time's up. Hey, Kim, what about that? Can we sit here and prosecute them? We don't even know where they are right now.
Well, that's been the policy for the last couple of years, and we heard Secretary of State Clinton the other day say that it was still the policy of the United States to bring these pirates to justice. Quite frankly, I think that the time is over. We don't need to bring these people to justice. We need to bring them to their knees, and we have the means to do that. We have the most powerful nation in the world. We have the military assets in the region, not only naval vessels, but also Special Operations Command in Djibouti. We just have to see now if there's the will in Washington to make a game-changing decision here with respect to piracy.
Go to the Midwest. Andrew, Sioux City, Iowa. Andrew, you're on the clock. Go.
Yeah, Roland, I don't see why our U.S. military should have been in there last night and had that captain out of that boat, and we should have sunk that boat after it was done.
All right.
We should have had them, our Navy SEALs, they should have been in the water, they should have been there, got the guy out, and we should have sank that boat. And also, if we're having trouble with the Somali pirates, forget going on land. We should just start bringing groups like Blackwater on their boats and attacking them right from their boats.
All right, quick point there, James. But look, you talked about the fact that you have other ships, 300 people still being held hostage. We cannot forget that.
Well, we shouldn't forget it, because it's not just Captain Phillips, this very brave American out there. There are 300 people being held hostage also. You're right. We should have probably blown up that boat, but we need to, I think, once again, be mindful of the other captives and be finesseful.
Time to go to the Bay Area. Simon, you're in San Francisco. What's your comment?
I think you should go to the countries involved. I think it's a no-brainer. Go to the countries involved, have them all pony up money, train a security force, have those personnel on board. As these pirates attack, once a few of them are repelled and they get killed and they realize that there isn't free money or food on these things, on these big ships, they're going to stop doing it. There's no carrot, there's no stick.
All right, James, this the area you're covering 4 times the size of Texas. Is an international army the answer?
An international army is the answer, but it's got to provide a security umbrella for the entire region. And once again, as we provide defensive capabilities, we have to be mindful of the hostages still being held.
All right. We certainly appreciate it. Folks, thanks for the phone calls. Great comments. James, Kim, we certainly appreciate it. And folks, stay with CNN as this extraordinary story unfolds over the weekend also. Tune in for our special investigation tomorrow night at 8. Somali pirates, can they be stopped? Again, that's Saturday, tomorrow at 8 p.m. Eastern.